Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the SHADOWFROST battle drills, pathing, teams, and then also boss experimental teams for right now. So we're going to lead it off with the pathing, which was shared by Ashu. Basically the first way you want to do is you want to follow the orange path. So the right tower and the left tower are going to go down the middle, and then you're going to go down this loop and try to unite each other so that everyone is sharing the bonuses of the two different camps. Then number two is you're going to want to do the red arrow, and so we're going to go up here and also clear this upper loop and all of these stronghold towers. And then you're going to want to follow the bright green path, which is number 3. So you're going to expand out from this buff selection tower on the top and the bottom to these two nearby stronghold towers. And by the way, there's only going to be one buff to be claiming when you clear these buff towers, so there's not even going to be any selection you have to make. And then finally you have the turquoise blue color, and that will be further expanding out on the upper side and the lower side to these stronghold towers. And then finally you're going to move in towards the mini bosses after you've cleared basically all the towers across the map. And that is important because that's going to maximize your camp level to increase your stats. And then you will go ahead and attack this middle, upper middle stronghold and lower middle, and then begin attacking the mini bosses, Iron and Merrily, and then finally the main boss himself. So that is going to be the pathing. Pretty simple. Now for the actual tower teams, this is an updated infographic made by Oipik and also shared in the Drills Archive Discord. I'll leave a link to that in the description of this video. So this is going to be labeled. You're going to have different color labels onto the different stronghold towers, and you're going to want to use different teams for those respective towers. So the red towers are going to be the most numerous across the map. And for the red stronghold teams, you're going to want to go for more AoE damage comp, as you see here. Before you require any of the buffs, which are at the stronghold 11 and 5, before you have those buffs, you're going to want to use a 5-man team, which will be Iron, Valara, Snowstomper, then Ravion to the right of Iron, Brian behind Valara, and then Pheromore in the back to be buffing up Brian. And this is going to be with the Aerostorm spell. This is what you want to run before acquiring the buffs. After acquiring the buffs, you're going to be able to clear it with the 3-man team. And then you can use this 3-man team of Iron, Parissa, Brian, and Snowstomper Phantom with Aerostorm spell, or the 3-man team of the Celestial Hypogeans with Real Fresno in front of Mihira, Illusion in front of Valeran, and a Lucia Phantom in the middle with the Aerostorm spell. And this team should work even at low copies of Mihira. Generally, that does work for these different teams. Just to group them up so Baleran will be smashing them. But you'll want to have Baleran built if you're going to be running this team. So that is for the red strongholds. Now for the blue ones, which are going to be only 5 on the map, as you see here, 10, 15, 12, 20, 16, and then 21. You're only going to be using 3-man teams. And so one of them is going to be a Mauler team, and Lone Gaze is going to be in the major damage source. So Coco to give the charms a boost, Lone Gaze's damage, Smokey up front, and Xandrock to the left. Xandrock should also work at low copies, and this is going to be with the Aerostorm spell. And the other option is a Celestial Hypogean team, Kulo, Saida, and Athalia. And this should work at low copies of Kulo, but Saida and Athalia should be built. If you're going to run this team, you're going to have a Lucia in front of Athalia. She's going to be dashing and grouping up enemies, and Saida eventually is going to proc her damage onto the enemies, and that is going to be Aerostorm spell. Then you have the green towers, which are only 2, 3, and 7, and this can just be cleared with a Lightbearer team, a 3-man team. You're going to have Tessio in front of Merrily to give her those buffs, energy recovery, and damage output, and then you have Corin as well, and then Vala. Probably, I mean, in all these teams, you could replace a hero if you don't have them built for something else that would do the same job. You just have to think about it. Like, for example, Vala is like a single target damage dealer, so you could replace it for like even a hero probably like Atalanta if you wanted to run it, or like basically any hero like that. But you do want to try to save your key heroes for bosses if you can. But like if you're using a hero like Sinbad or something here, it might not be the best because you might want to use them in the bosses later on. So that is going to be for the strongholds, and the credits for this are Oipik, J-Bar, Asher, and Salty Noodles. So for the final boss, or like Shadow boss, Shadow Merrily, Shadow Iron, and then the final boss comms, there hasn't been testing yet. However, Proud Dog Owner has shared in the Drills Archive Discord. I'll leave a link in the description like I mentioned. He shared 3 untested teams right now. They're speculating to be pretty good. So the first team is going to be a Shadewing team. And the thing you've noticed about Shadewing teams is Shadewing could even work at lower copies. Like, it's even been seen sometimes in AFK stages. But otherwise, if you don't have Shadewing, you could just replace him for some other Grade 1 hero. I mean, the core of the comp is Nero buffing up Shimira with the Grave 1 Phantom, and you have the Twins buffing up Shimira, and you have Nazvik to further boost the damage of Chimera. So that is like an interesting option. If you don't have Nazwick, you can replace him for Odie. Generally, that's always the case with these comps, but Nazwick is going to be better. And this with the Aerostorm spell, that's one experimental team. Then for the Light Bearers, we have this experimental team. I mean, a lot of people would have these heroes built. Hugin in front of Odie, Testio powering up Odie further, Bonnie to increase magical damage the boss takes, and then you have Mariel, and then also Cassidy with the Aerostorm spell. So this will be an experimental light bearer team that should do well. And then finally, there is the Ravion Zany team. Now, this has been for previous Battle Drills boss and also for Guild Supremacy. A very similar team like this is being run. It's just Rainier Mythic Plus in front of Zany to power up. Zany's turrets deal the damage. Ravion further buffing up Zany, and then Faramore buffing up Zany further. And Snowstomper gonna synergize with Zany because she'll have a summon of her own, and so they'll be able to spawn those snowballs more rapidly, and Valar as well, always a good option. So those are the experimental teams basically for the boss. When we get more information on the top boss teams, or if any other top teams do come out, then I will make an updated video. But hopefully all of this information will help you in your guild out, so you know what to do and how to navigate the map in the pathing, and what stronghold teams to run, and then also the experimental boss teams, and then you're pretty much good to go. So if you have any other tips, you can feel free to share them in the comment section. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There is a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video in a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.